The brief for this particular project, it's a land development project in West Swan, which is north of the Perth CBD, probably about a 20 minutes drive. It was old pastoral area, but the demographic moving into this particular location was very multicultural. We had from Pakistan, Indian, South African English, Australian. There was a massive range of different demographics coming here. And so you want to try and structure and build a community. So effectively my brief was, can you produce a park that can foster different cultures to come out and just enjoy being outside, but being a lot more active? And I guess that was the primary driver of this particular park, is not designing a park with play spaces, but designing a park that has an opportunity to have more of a sporting focus with their play, a bit of a sort of a central pivot for what people would do in the park, really to bring the community outdoors and meeting each other. I observed a situation where my son was playing cricket with his friends on my front lawn, and we have these massive bay windows. And I've come home, and we live across from a park. We have a cricket pitch in the park across the road. And I was concerned about my windows getting broken. So I went into my husband and said, I don't understand. We have this cricket pitch across the road. Why are they playing in such a confined area out the front of our yard? And he said, well, backyard cricket, it's about having obstacles and trying to get people out. You need to have fences for 6 and out. You can't go over into a field and have one batter against everyone. You'll never get them out. You know, when I was a kid, we would have an automatic wicket. And he went through this whole process of things that structured a backyard cricket scenario. And I guess that was the foundation of thought for me in regard to this park. Is a lot of land development in Perth at the moment, the lots are getting a lot smaller, and the opportunity for those backyard entertaining doesn't happen anymore. The houses have remained the same. The houses are still large, but the lots are a lot smaller. So really what we did do from that is go, okay, well, if we created a backyard cricket scenario in a public open space, and then with it, taking into consideration there are a lot of things that you do in your home that you mightn't be able to now because of the lot size and the smaller backyards we have. So, you know, we combined tennis hit-up walls, netball rings, basketball rings. You know, obviously we're trying to attract and cater for a certain age group, you know, teenagers or otherwise. I mean, anyone can play. But we had Wi-Fi and a smart bench, which you can see just behind me here. And then to complement that with our play space, we actually tried to design sort of with a mindset of a ninja warrior course. You know, when my children were smaller and we'd go to a play space, they would often want me to work out a course and time them how long they would take to get around this particular course. So then the play space was then focus on trying to get kids outdoors and active. You know, we have a little 100-metre track with a bit of undulation, you know, just to mix it up a little bit, you know, with a sand pit where they can long jump into, tunnels and monkey bars. There were a number of constraints that we had to solve on this particular site. The first one was, how do you create a park that feels like it's been here for a long period of time, when in fact it is just previously a large flat paddock with no trees? And I would like to remind everyone that this park was only built in 2017, 2018. So you can see the undulation that we have in the background, and you can see the larger trees. We actually specifically put a lot of money aside to create earth movement and land movement as constraints. We also spent a lot of money on trying to bring well-established trees into the park, because without shade, and particularly in Western Australia, without shade and a sense of coolness, parks become quite dry and not as often visited. What makes me most proud about this particular project is the fact that so many people feel like they've had involvement in delivering it, and that so many people actually refer to it and use it and speak of it in a really positive fashion. I find landscape architecture awards are an amazing thing, but to hear people that aren't landscape architects refer to this park and tell people to come and have a look at it, visit it, express joy having been there, that's what makes me the most proud about being involved.